everybody, welcome back to Shelf Life Extension. I'm Alexis and today we're doing this vlog style. So I was about to film a video and then I realized, oh hey, my camera's dead. And that's my really nice camera. So I have this one, which is my handheld camera, and it probably sounds really weird. The quality is probably really weird because it is different video quality and I don't have a program that can process it. And also because this is a camera that can go underwater, so the microphone is different, so it probably sounds a little off and it probably is making noises, but that's just the kind of camera that it is. So otherwise we're gonna do this vlog style because I don't like the way that it sits on my tripod. So we're just gonna do that. Otherwise, hello everybody. I figured I would do a video explaining the books that I have most recently read and kind of the books that I've started and stuff that I'm looking forward to, you know, in the coming months for the rest of the year and stuff. So let's just go ahead and get started. I'm just going to talk about the books that I most recently read. And if you follow me on Goodreads, which if you don't, you should, because I update that thing as regularly as possible. So I am on that a lot. Otherwise, I'm just going to talk about the things. So I already mentioned in my last video that I read Stardust. That was the first book that I read this year, but I have read a few other things. Most notably, I read Soundless by Richelle Mead. I did a semi-buddy read with Kayla Rain, of course. If you don't follow her, you should. But yeah, we did a semi-buddy read. We read it and then we kind of talked about how we felt about it. I personally really love Richelle Mead. Obviously, I've read a lot of her books. I read her Succubus series. That was the first series I ever read from her. And then I also read most of her Vampire Academy series. I haven't touched her Bloodline series. I've also started her Age of X series. So she is one of my more favorite authors, most read authors. I do enjoy her material. So I was really excited when this came out, knowing that it is a standalone novel. And first off, can we say hello to the lovely, beautiful Asian lady on the front? It sounded like it had a very interesting story. It's about this girl named Faye who lives in this secluded Asian mining town up in the mountains, and the only way that they get supplies to survive, because they can't grow their own crops, is to send down the materials that they mine to a town below at the mountain where they would send back food and materials in return. Otherwise, everybody in the society is deaf. They cannot hear. They speak through sign language, and that's just how everybody is. They know that in the past, you know, everyone used to be able to hear, but for whatever reason, everybody started losing their hearing, and that's just kind of how it's been ever since then. But the story goes that Faye gets her hearing back, and she doesn't know why, she doesn't know what's going on, and then with that, the town below that usually sends their supplies up decides to not send as much anymore. And obviously everybody is starting to get sick. People are starting to lose their hearing altogether. They don't have enough materials. They're rationing. And so she, along with a male friend, decide to descend the mountain and try and speak to the people and the town below to figure out what's going on and what they can do to change it. And stuff kind of goes on from there. I thought it was okay. I read the entire thing in relatively one sitting. I semi-enjoyed the story. I feel like I expected it to be fantastical in a sense, but I didn't expect it to be so supernaturally fantastical as it ended up being. Like, the entire last quarter of the book I feel was like a slap in the face because I didn't understand where this was coming from, because it was never legitimately talked about throughout the rest of the story, so it just didn't make sense to me. So yes, and I felt like overall the characters weren't as fleshed out as I would have enjoyed. And you know, you gotta give it to Richelle knowing that this is a standalone, it's not part of a series, so there aren't other books going to be out there to further develop and change. So that's kind of how that goes. I think that overall it's a relatively good read. If you like Richelle Mead, I say go for it, but I would honestly say, one, wait for this to come out in paperback, because obviously hardcovers are expensive, and I don't think it might be worth it. So there's that. I read Soundless, and then I also read 2 Debbie Macomber books. I mentioned this before that I really wanted Dashing Through the Snow because it sounded really awesome, and you know, I'm like all up into that romance thing that's happening right now. I'm just all into that. And also, we were having our 50% off table, so this was 50% off, and I was like, well, I want that. And then we also had this one in bargain, and I was like, well, I might as well get that as well. So I read both of those. I definitely prefer Dashing Through the Snow overall. I think that this was so cute. I enjoyed what was happening. It just seemed so, like, just not legitimate, but it was just still entertaining all around. It was just a really easy story to follow along. It didn't get too deep or anything. It was just really, really cute, and overall, I really, really enjoyed that. So if you are looking in for a romance that's not going to be hard to read, that's cute, that, you know, I know some people are very against the actual, like, sex that does happen a lot of times in romance novels. None of that happens in here. It's just super cute. It's just cute. But it's about this girl named Ashley Davison who is trying to get home to Seattle for Christmas because she was trying to surprise her mother, but the airlines were all out because it was last minute that she realized that she could even go and have the time off. So she is at the airport trying to get a flight home, but they won't allow her to get on. They won't even allow her to do standby. There's just no seats available. So she goes to the nearest car rental counter to try and get a car so she could drive up because they're in like San Francisco or something like that. Also, there is this other man named Dash who is trying to also get to Seattle, and there's only one car left, and seeing that she is not even 25, she can't even rent the car, they decide to share the car and go up to Seattle together, and then things happen, and otherwise it's super cute and I enjoyed it. And then also I got obviously Starry Night by Debbie Macomber, which was good. I felt like overall it wasn't as good as Dashing Through the Snow. But otherwise, it's about this woman named Carrie, and she's a journalist. She works for the social column at her newspaper in Chicago, but then she decides that, you know, she's gonna quit because she doesn't want to be working that column anymore. She wants to actually do something that matters and something that's more, you know, fulfilling. And so her editor says, if you go find this reclusive author, get an interview with him, then you can have whatever you want to write about in any story, any case, any whatever. And so she's like, well, yeah, hell yeah, I'll take you up on that. But she doesn't even know who this author is, and the fact that he lives in Alaska, nobody's been able to find him, he doesn't want to be interviewed whatsoever, and so she has that going against her. She does end up finding him, but then she also gets stuck in Alaska with him because of a storm, and then kind of stuff happens. I thought it was, yeah, it was still cute, adorable, enjoyable, but overall I felt like it was really rushed as far as like the romance and what was going on, which, you know, hey, that does happen in a lot of her books anyway, but like this one, it was like, it wasn't like, oh, hey, you're cute, oh, I kind of want to date you kind of thing. It was like, no, I am madly in love with you and I'm gonna move up to Alaska and live with you kind of thing. Otherwise, I mean, it was still cute. Yeah, otherwise, I think that's about it as far as what I've read recently. Again, if you follow me on Goodreads, then you would probably know, because I can't think of anything else. But I have started a few things. I'm in the middle of Truly Sweet by Candace Cherry, another romance, because it's cute. I really like her sweet Texas romance things. They're just adorable. Otherwise, I also started Star Wars The Force Awakens. I just started this, guys. I'm like not far in, but you know, hey, if you want my opinions, definitely check out my Goodreads because I have made a couple notes as far as that continues, but I do plan on continuing with it. I have also started All I Know Now by Carrie Hope Fletcher, which I was totally watching her videos earlier today. I'm very excited about that. I've also started Leviathan Wakes. Not much, but it's there. I plan on taking that with me when I go to the Philippines, so I can read that on the plane because it's huge. So figured that would take out a lot of the chunk of flying time because it's a 12-hour flight to Korea and then a 4-hour flight from Korea to the Philippines. Ugh, it's gonna be intense. Otherwise, I think that is about it. That's what I am currently reading. That's what I've currently read so far. And yeah, thanks you guys for watching again. Follow me on Goodreads if you want to kind of stay updated. I plan on trying to be more active through Twitter and Instagram since I've been kind of MIA. Been really detached from the world. It's very depressing. But otherwise, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for putting up with this vlog style video. And I will check you guys out later. So yeah, please rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you later.